Hello everybody, good afternoon. It's Sheila from Bohodaydreams. Just going to go through a quick bundle preview with you before I post it to the online sites. Just a quick note, I'm going to be gone first week of September and the last week of September till the last week of October. So this is possibly the last textile bundle that I'm going to release. I had 12 of them. I've got 9 left. So if you want one, just let me know. I have a couple of customs that I need to do yet, so I'm going to be finishing up those hopefully next week. So yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, we'll quickly go through this. Some of the pieces are the same as some of the textile bundles that I've released. So if there is something different about a piece of fabric, I'm going to just make a quick note of that for you. So here goes. So every bundle is basically the same, and so every bundle is going to have one of these. And also one of these. Look how pretty that is. Oh, so pretty. Every bundle may be just a little bit different in that the cut of the textile is from a different place in the textile, so it's possible that some of them are going to look a little bit different. Beautiful. This piece here is actually 3 pieces sewn together, so you can take it apart and have 3 individual pieces. It's a beautiful little sari trim. All of them are sparkly. Just kind of a unique textured trim. Beautiful, beautiful beads and metal embroidery threads. I don't know if you can see that, but all the hand beading that's gone on. Beautiful piece of beaded trim. Gorgeous. Metal embroidery threads. Very neutral piece of embroidered sequined sari trim. Beautiful, beautiful silk piece. And again, you can see the hand beading that's gone on. I hope you can see these. I can't really see what I'm doing on the camera. It's a little bit too high for me. Beautiful. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's really sparkly and shiny and iridescent. Would be beautiful in a magical mermaid type of journal. This is very, very beautiful. It's got a lot of sparkles in it, a lot of crystals. This comes from a kurta bodice, so each piece is going to be different because the kurta bodice is very decorated, but it's not symmetrical. So you just got a piece. Another piece of sari trim, very sparkly. And if you notice that there's usually a lot of pinks, dark pinks, because that's my favorite color. So when I was collecting, I collected a lot in those colors because they were my favorites. But now I look with a whole different eye. And this piece is different in every kit. This comes from that roll of sari trim that I got that almost looks like a snippet roll. So they're like individual pieces. So this happens to be the piece that, you know, was I cut. But each one will have a different piece. And I found this. I don't have any of this left. I saved a piece for me. But it's probably one of the first pastel-y type of pieces I've added to a journal, to a textile bundle. Very, very pretty. Has kind of like the accompanying piece on the back. This is very beautiful. It's very iridescent purple, and it's got your deep turquoise threads and the bead in the center. And I didn't cut this lopsided. I did this because if I cut around like that, this piece would be left on its own and it would almost be like a discarded piece. So I just leave the odd bits attached to your pieces. You can use them however you like. But my scissors is very dull from all of these sequined and metal threads, so it doesn't cut very well. So it could be the scissors. Very beautiful sheer. Oh, this is beautiful. Every kit has one of these. So pretty. It was a beautiful dupatta that was covered with these, so I cut it up and everybody gets a piece of this. I hope I saved one for me too. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This comes from a kurta, the trim on a kurta, and it was that wide, and I just cut it up so everybody has a big piece like this. And you can't see from the back side, but all these pieces are individually attached, so you've got multiple pieces of trim with this piece. And I tried to make the pieces where I could generous. They're 5x5 and 6x6 where I can, but in the instance where I'm cutting up a bodice, they're going to be smaller. But this is like a nice full-size piece. I have used this one in the last textile bundle, maybe 2 textile bundles. But it's very beautiful, and I'm almost out of it now, but you can use this as just a beautiful little decoration wherever, and the beads that you can make from this are absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful trim on this very, very sheer fabric. And this is the accompanying piece to that. And I just like to include them so you've got extra fabric to do some matching if you want to match. Oh, this is lovely. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's kind of an iridescent gold with some sequins, and the texture of it is really unique, and it's a little bit raised, so it'll make very interesting beads. Just a beautiful gold piece. I hope the light is picking this up properly. It's very beautiful. It's just a peach and light color piece with some embroidery on it. It's another piece. I've used this several times. Very sparkly, but it just kind of complements the package. So you've got matching pieces. And this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's kind of like a raised fabric that's gold and a rose color. Is as beautiful on the back as it is on the front. I think this is the first time I'm using this. This is new. This is also new. I just found it in my collection. It's kind of a raw silk. It was in a beautiful scarf. It's kind of a taupey rose color, but the texture on it is very unique. And in the journals, I've noticed that people like texture, difference in textures. I've used this a few times. It's got your gold threads with your beads and your really unique sequins. I'm almost done with this too. It's almost finished. Beautiful piece. Mirrors, turquoise, sequins, light and airy. Just beautiful pink. I don't know if you can see that gold in there and the sequins. It's a beautiful piece of silk. So I included that for everybody. It's another piece of silk. This is so soft, soft. Just, oh, so gorgeous. Little mirrors and sequins, hand beaded. Trying to get through this quickly so it's not so long, because my camera wants to give up at 10 minutes. This is another nice piece of fabric. It was a bodice of a very small dress, or tunic. So I just left that on just because the pieces were rather small to begin with. This is beautiful. This was also from the bodice of a very small tunic. Very, very shimmery, dark purple, orchid purple. Beautiful silvery burgundy. This is a very deep maroon color with some gold threads on it. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is gold with ivory and burgundy weaving. Very soft, but kind of a thicker textile. Some coral silk. Beautiful, beautiful trim. I don't know if you can see that. It's got all the different colors in it. And here's the complementary piece of silk that would go with that. Another piece of silk. This is so lovely. This is not, I don't know if it shows up, but it's a beautiful peach, darker peach color with a turquoise teal, and all the different colors of the sequins in there. It's beautiful. Piece of very iridescent silk. Also another piece of very unique textile. These are all authentic, come from India. They're used. Nothing is, I purchased nothing new. It's very beautiful. All garments that would have come from India, worn. Beautiful, beautiful piece of silk. This is a very light aqua piece, and I included it for the texture of it. It's very, I don't know what to say about it. It's just unique, and it would make very nice beads. Very nice beads. I love it. A piece of pashmina. Here's another piece very similar to the aqua piece, but this one has a lot more detailing in it, but it's the same type of fabric. And if you've had a kit from me before, it was probably in there because this is one of my favorite fabrics. And it's gone, basically gone. I might have a piece or two left. It's beautiful. I've used this one before. And here's a piece of silk. This is beautiful silk, and I left it longer like this instead of a square, so that you can tear it if you want to make a sari silk, because it tears beautifully. I used it on my tags in the last kit that I released. It's very, very beautiful. It rips very nicely. This is beautiful also. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of striped with gold and teal. It's very shimmery. Again, the texture on it is very unique. It was a dupatta that I cut up. It was very plain, but it's just, the color is stunning. Very beautiful gold and turquoise teal. Probably another one of my favorites, just for the beautiful little embossed vining in this fabric. It's beautiful. That's almost gone too. And this is very pretty. It's an ombre teal to ivory taupe, and then back to teal again with these beautiful little embossed decorations throughout. Very sparkly, very sheer, very sequined. A nice overlay for anything. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I shouldn't say that because they're all kind of my favorites. I love them all. I picked them all myself to my collection, so I must have loved them. Beautiful. All right, so what also comes with this kit is some, for those of you that have requested scraps from me before, I've also included scraps like this. They make wonderful little for beads, for the beads, just because it's the texture of it, and also the nice little ruffles because they're a different texture. So you'll find pieces like this, they're just add-ins. Another add-in is a bundle of silk strips like this, because they're neat. They can be used for so many things. So I'm just including them in your bundle. Your bundle will also come with a piece of 8 by 40, probably a little longer than 40, piece of sari, a piece of sari, and that will be all different colors. It could be a lilac color, it could be a light pink color, to a dark green color, to, I don't know, an ivory color. I just use whatever I have handy and I kind of vary them. And then also there's a few more ties. So you could possibly have a tie like this or a tie like this. So that basically is what your bundle will comprise. And just leave that there. This, I only have one piece like this and I didn't want to cut it because it just might unbead itself. And I don't have enough to add to everybody's bundle. So somebody will have this in their package. It's just going to be put into a random package, and somebody is going to just get this piece here. Thank you very much for watching and listening to all my ums. I'm Bohodaydreams on Facebook. Feel free to join us there. Join the group. There's a bunch of wonderful, talented, creative people in the group. Subscribe to the channel. In the future, I hope to actually be selling some of my textiles, because some of them I find very difficult to cut up. So in the future, it just might be a sale, whatever. Anyway, have a nice weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.